Hey, Karen.
Yes, I understand you called the police to track me down.
Yeah, I don't know where Dad is.
Pardon me?
I don't know where Dad is.
Well, your dad is at, he's Henry Ford East in Mount Clemens.
Henry Ford, East Northland.
Pardon me?
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Okay. Henry Ford
Okay.
East in Mount Clemens.
Yes.
Facility didn't know where they were.
Who's talking and talking to people at the same time?
Okay. Go ahead. I just have bad reception.
Are you on a phone or are you out someplace or what?
No, I'm in a truck. It's just bad reception here.
Driving through
At Henry Ford East is in a geriatric psychiatric unit.
Okay. Okay.
He does not want to be at Harbor Chase. He did not want any phone calls, and he did not want any visitors. And I mistakenly let Dr. Jeff, who has been his chiropractor for 10 years, in to see him, and he was humiliated. And I tried 3 times to get him to call one of you kids when I thought he was lucid enough. And he got so angry with me, he says, no. I said, why, honey? He says, because what is in my head does not come out my mouth and humiliate me. I said, all you have to do is just say, hi, Jim, hi, either something, I love you, I can't talk now, bye. Well, he does do it. Did you believe me or don't believe me? I mean, that's up to you. You guys have not believed a word I said.
Well, this is the first time I've talked to you since I was in Michigan, so.
Well, that's not by my choice. That's by yours. Okay? And it's not by my choice. You kids are choosing to humiliate him even further by putting all of his business on Facebook. And your dad is a very proud man. He would not even let me help him because the closer you are to him, please put yourself not in your shoes, but in your dad's shoes. Forget about what you want for a minute. And think about the young man that your dad is. Think about he was always there for everyone. He helped everyone. He's loved by many, many, many people in this family. He was always there to help everyone else. All of a sudden, he cannot even do for himself. Shredded up almost every piece of clothing he owns. He's laying naked on the dining room table, laying naked on the sofa table. I'm telling you, and you can believe it or not, I don't think your dad wants to live. He is so humiliated by his condition and by people treating him like babies and whatever. And I don't know why Harbor Chase hasn't just flat out told me you're going to have to find another facility, because either you or Steve or Lori decided to make such trouble that you went to the licensing, a state licensing, to force me to go before a probate judge and get guardianship. Back this old sick lioness into a corner, and I believe, go through Ephesians and find out how a wife is supposed to treat her husband. I reverence him, and it does not matter to me what you want or anyone else wants. What he wants is coming first. And he's above my children, and he's above you. Look, my children might not be his blood, but they'll do whatever I tell them to do regarding your dad.
Yeah, well, it's not their dad. I mean, I understand that they're close to him and all of that, but it's not their dad, And
Susan, wait a minute. What you're saying is this is what really burns me up.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, I understand.
It's as much their debt because we and they have treated him as much like their dad, and in many cases, far better than his own children have. They might not have your dad's blood running through their veins.
Okay, just like you're my mother, right?
I tried to be.
No, you didn't.
I tried never to plant your mother's place.
Okay.
But I always tried to treat you just like I treated my children.
Hell.
You know, you kept saying he's got 5 children. Your dad and I never thought of it that way. We thought of it, we've got 7 children. You're the one that's making the distinction, not your father.
Well, it doesn't even matter, Karen. The point is that, you know, the other 2 children are allowed to talk to my dad, and I'm not. The other 2 children are allowed to go see my dad, but I'm not allowed to even talk to my dad.
You're limited.
You know, I mean, how would you like it, Karen? Huh?
Okay, I can appreciate it, but I'll tell you what.
And you know what? This is the thing, Karen. Is Dad? You know, of course he's proud. Of course, Dad's a proud man. Of course he's proud. But you know, he has the condition that he's in right now. He's not the same kind of proud man.
I can't understand a thing you're saying.
Well, stop
Can
talking.
I talk for a minute? Can I talk for a minute?
Please.
I think you have more than a minute.
You can all you want. What you're saying is that my 2 children are allowed to talk and go see. They do not talk and go see unless I say they can.
Why do you want that kind of control? Why do you need that kind of control?
I need that kind of control because I believe I'm the one that's more fit. I am your dad's wife. I take precedence over my children and over you.
So why does a phone call make you think that all of a sudden you're on the back burner because I want to have a 60-second phone conversation with my father? Why is that against your law?
Because your father does not want to have a 60-second phone call with you.
That's not true. That's not true, Karen. Because you know I've called him and he's very happy to hear my voice. He's very happy to hear a short story.
You may be a wannabe psychiatrist. I don't know, but he may be one way 1 minute and not the next.
So what? So what? So he wants to. Did you say he did? Wait, I want to be clear. You said that he wants to talk to me 1 minute, but not the next.
No.
No. Okay.
You are descending yourself in your phone calls by saying when you call him, he's very happy to hear your voice.
Right.
And blah blah blah.
Right.
But that might not be what he is the next 15 minutes. I don't do that, Susan.
So what is so?
Can I talk, please?
What I'm saying is,
if you want any communication with me at all, Susan, you're going to let me try to explain. You're blaming me, and you're going against me, and you're fighting me. If you would like me to explain my position, I will. Sometimes I go and do nothing but sit across the table from your father, and he does not even know I'm there.
Well, I wouldn't either.
Why? For his good, not for my good. When I want to go and run and hug them and put my arms around them, and when I do, sometimes I see it agitates them,
I know.
and I split.
I know.
I leave.
I know.
Okay?
Mhm.
But when you first came up to Michigan, you had full 100%. You could go and come as you please. He even promised me that he would wait till the next day because I said, Stephen, your father is going to sleep 5, 6 o'clock at night. It would be best if you would wait till the next day. Well,
okay. All right. Okay. And so what I'm saying is, okay, I know that, you know, he is different from minute to minute, just like what you said. But when I talked to him before you cut us off and said you can no longer talk to your father, right? I would call the home and I would say, is it an okay time? Can he come to the phone? They would say, sure. We'll go get him. They'd go get him. They'd say, here's the phone. He'd pick up the phone. He'd say hello. I'd talk to him for 60 seconds. He'd say goodbye. You know, and the next time I talked to the home, you know, you know, there's not a problem. I say, is it okay if I call? Is no problem? No, no problem at all. If there was a problem, then they would say so.
Can I? All right, you made this point. Now, can I tell you how it came down, whether you wanted to believe me or not? I was not the first one that cut off the phone calls. I did not cut those phone calls off. I told Jim that. The very next day, I said, Jim, I didn't cut them off yesterday, but I do agree with the woman who cut them off. And I said, this is what I think I'll have to do then. Because they were complaining, they did not know what to do. And there's too many of you making too many calls. It's not just you, Susan, it's all of you put together.
Well,
wait a minute.
No, it's not all of us. Jim has never called Dad once. Kurt has never called Dad. So it's not all of us. It's mostly me and Steve.
So then it's me, you and Steve and Lori.
Yeah,
right?
And Lori, it's yeah. Anyway, I mean, if that's the way, I mean, obviously he is where he is now, and they say that he's going to be there for 2 weeks or whatever. Why did they say?
They're going to be.
Huh?
They're going to be there, and they're going to be there until they're sure that he's no longer a harm to himself.
How is he a harm to himself?
He butted his head against the wall and lost consciousness. Do you think that's not causing harm to himself? Don't you understand the man is so humiliated he doesn't want to live? How many times do I have to repeat that?
That's the first time. No, Karen, I'm sorry. This is the first time. Again, this is the first time I've talked to you since I was in Michigan, and this is also the first time that you've told me that he butted his head against the wall.
But you don't believe me, do you?
What? I don't understand why I would believe you, Karen. When you don't call, you don't want to have contact with me.
I don't want to have contact with you because you're not being reasonable.
Okay.
If you would be reasonable instead of going behind my back, for instance, just the thing about the salt and what, I no sooner left the home and they called me, and Stephen had to call above me and ask somebody there, about the salt. You wouldn't believe me, he couldn't have the salt. Because he wasn't diabetic, Stephen argued with me. I says, I know what sugar does to him. Do you guys live with him? Don't you respect my opinion at all? Do you not know what I know what does to him and what doesn't? This is where the war is and why. You think just because you got the diluted blood of his through his veins, that I haven't lived with him for 27 years and seen him every solitary day, worked beside him, slept beside him, lived beside him. Don't you think I know how he reacts to certain things better than you do? Especially when maybe you've talked to him 2 or 3 times over the course of a year? But you don't respect that. And you don't believe me. And you go above me to try to get me in trouble, to even try to get a Harbor Chase in trouble by going so far as to call him the license board. I mean, these people have complained to me so much. I swear that I don't know why they're allowing me. I paid for the whole month of January again. I don't know why they're allowing him there, because they've never had so much trouble with a family in their whole entire life.
Yeah, they told me that too, Karen. They've never heard of anyone, a stepmother, not allowing children to call. That's what they told me. In all of their years, they've never heard of this.
Okay, because they've never heard probably of children who would not cooperate.
Cooperate what? By calling up and saying, hi, how you doing? That's it for 60 seconds? That's all we got. That's all we got, Karen, and you took it. That's all I have with my dad right now. I'm, 3,000 miles away. Kurt, Lori, Steve, Jim are 1,500, 2,000 miles away, and all we have is a 60-second phone conversation, and you took it. So what else is there to really say, Karen?
I didn't take it.
You look at me as the enemy.
Susan, I did not take it the privilege away to begin with.
Yes, you did.
Who took it?
What do you mean, yes, I did? Who's there
Who
saying
took
that?
it?
Someone who knows a lot more than you think.
What?
It's
who am I talking to?
It's Dennis.
Pardon?
Dennis.
Who?
Dennis?
Well, listen,
Well,
I
yeah.
did not take the privilege away to begin with. It was taken away by a woman there on the switchboard that said, I don't know what I'm going to do with those kids. I said, do what you want to do with them.
And then that was your call.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
do you not realize that if there's one med tech that happens to be between 40 patients, and they're giving someone oxygen, and they're giving someone morphine, and that they're going to drop everything right now and go run and try and find out where your dad is so that he can call. Now, at his convenience, whether he's sleeping, whether he's getting an enema, or what's happening, I said, well, how about this, Deb? How about when I go over there, if I think he's lucid enough, I will try and call one or two kids at a time.
That never happened.
And I tried that. I tried, and if they do not own up to it, then I'm sorry. I called to try to get Tina to give me Jim's phone number at work. She did not return my call. Who is the second person? Kurt, I called the second one. Kurt's never been good about answering my calls anyway. And Kurt never answered my call. And I says, well, honey, I can try and call someone else. Would you like me to try and call Steve or Susan? And that's when he got just absolutely livid, started tearing his clothes off. We took his shoes that he'd already had off, took them up to the head nurse, and I said, I guess you got about 3 minutes, and you're going to find him laying somewhere naked again. And I'm going to have to leave at this point. So I had nothing more to do. My trying to get him to allow me to call you made him so upset. I said, why, honey, why? He said, because it's humiliating. He said, what I want to say does not come out my mouth. Now, you can either understand that.
No, I got you that he was feeling humiliated at that moment, Karen. That doesn't mean he's so humiliated that he can never talk to us again.
I'm not going to keep you. I've not stopped you. I'm not going to keep you from calling him.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Karen. I can't. No, I call there and they say, Karen has power of attorney. Karen said no family member is to be put through to talk to Jim.
Ever.
Listen, would you ask your husband that I could talk to one person at a time, please?
Whatever.
So, I mean, they do say that it's you, Karen. Absolutely. So, if you...
Well, I'm telling you, if they say that it's me, it was me, but it wasn't me at first, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, but it is now. So,
It is now after one of you, who I think was Stephen, decided that they would call and try and get Ida called me and said, I don't know what I'm going to do with
Right. That was after the communication had been severed between Dad and I.
Sister. Why'd you cut
Well, like I said, you can either work with me.
Okay, so how can I work with you? How can I work with you?
You can work with me by not trying to go over my head and trying to think what your rights are. Because whether you want to know it, believe it or not, a child's rights does not supersede a spouse's rights.
Well, duh. Duh.
It doesn't.
I said, duh. Like, who doesn't know that? Obviously, if it did, then we wouldn't have. Then I would be talking to my dad. If it did supersede, then I would be talking to my dad. I just didn't think that it was going to come down to this. That you can't talk to your dad.
Then why did you? Let me ask you this. Why did you think then that you had a privilege? I paid $6,500 for my extension of my home, my apartment. Who gave you the right to crop my favorite picture of Jim and I that I can never get back again because Joni is the one who took it and gave it to me for a Christmas present? Who gave you the right to put your photo up on my wall? That's my apartment, mind you. And put all pictures of you and a husband that your dad never met because you never gave him the consideration. You went to Florida, but you just bypassed Michigan, was halfway. You know, and what gave you the right to take pictures out of frames and things and put them where you wanted them? What gave you the right to fill up the shadow box in front of his doorway? That is my apartment. I have never come in your home and done that to you. That's my home.
Well, Karen, are you serious? That's really a complaint of yours that I filled up his shadow box?
Yes, it is. It's a complaint of mine that you're running over me with a steamroller.
He was there for a week. He was there for a week, and I filled up his shadow box before I left. That's all the pictures that were there.
You know, I've had a little bit to do.
And what
I've had a little bit to do besides being sick. I've been kind of busy. You know, besides not even recovering from my own last lung surgery.
All right.
You did not. You could have picked up the phone and said, Karen, I have an idea. I realize that this is your apartment.
Karen, I picked up the phone and I tried to help you. Karen, no.
20 pictures of me. You got 20 pictures of just you.
It's one fucking wall. It's one wall, Karen. There's like about 6 other walls there. There's one wall.
They're my walls. Susan, they're my walls. You didn't pay the rent on it, I did.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't think that Dad would mind having photos up of Lori, Jim, Steve, you know, whoever, you know.
You did, because you had them all from you, of you.
It's all the photos that were there. It's the only photos that were there. It was one stupid bow. It's a tape on the wall. Rip them up. Shred them up. I don't care. I mean, seriously?
I did not bring them there, Susan. You did.
How many pictures did you take?
I would not have done, I would have not have thought, and I never have, wherever you have lived, taken it upon myself to decorate your home. You asked me advice, I give it. But you never even bothered to ask. You just come in like the doggone steamroller and decide you're going to do what? Decide what kind of bed I don't.
Karen, I think you're a little paranoid. You really are just a little paranoid. To sit here and argue with me because I taped a few little 4x6 pictures up on the wall, and you're choosing this to argue with me?
You did not. You're lying, Susan. You did not take 2 4x6.
I said a few.
I have a photo of it, Susan.
I do too, Karen. I got the same one. I got a video of Dad's room. I got photos. I got it all.
Okay, and you got it all because you're the one who reported that I had him in some hovel that didn't even have sheets in the bed.
Karen, why do you want to argue with me? Really? I mean...
I don't.
Okay, well just stop.
I don't.
Just stop.
I don't. I'm telling you right now at this moment,
your
dad does not want to communicate with anybody by phone.
You're lying,
including
Karen. You really are lying. You know, you are lying. Either you're lying or you just don't know.